It is officially tour season, and that means it's time to get your shit together. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sierra and this is Sierra Talks London. And today I am here to be the person to tell you to get your shit together if you have not already done that for the Arirang Tour. Arirang Tour kicks off literally in 3 days on April 9th in Goyang. That's the first stop. And then the first US stop is April 25th in Tampa, Florida. So it's time to make sure you've got your shit together, okay? This is my first concert, so I'm kind of one of those people that I've already gotten stuff, done ahead of time. And I just wanted to jump on here really quick and let you guys know what I've done and the things that I think you guys should go ahead and take care of, before it's time to come. Because you know what? Some of us are weeks away from seeing BTS. Some of us are months away from seeing BTS. But that time is going to go by quickly. And the last thing you want to do is look up and say, I'm not ready. I am not prepared. I am here to be that friend to tell you to get your shit together. So let's talk about some things that you guys should get done before your tour date pops up. Number one is tickets and travel logistics. I'm going to start with the travel logistics because I feel like that is arguably more important of the two. But please know how you are going to get there, especially if you have to travel, especially if you have to travel long distance. Please make sure that you've booked tickets, that you've booked rooms, that you've budgeted for ride sharing if you need to do that, that you've got your parking situation taken care of. Me personally, I live in Kansas. I'm going to Arlington. I have to drive about 5 hours to get there. I've taken care of my hotel already. I took care of that actually back in January when I first got my tickets. And then, I got my ride all, figured out. So please know how you are going to get to the venue. There's going to be a lot of people, parking is going to be a whole thing. Rideshare is going to be a whole thing. So have your plan in place so that you are not trying to figure this out last minute. Tickets, as far as tickets, I know there's kind of 50-50s, or maybe there's like 3/3. I feel like it's kind of divided up into thirds. Either you bought your ticket during pre-sale or you've already bought your ticket from the resale once those opened. You are actively looking right now and you are trying to buy those tickets, or you are waiting until closer to the tour date because you're trying to get, whatever the best pricing is on resale. Whatever situation it is for you, figure it out and have a plan in place, especially if you're going to be one of those people that's going to wait around, until closer to the date that you want to go to buy tickets. Make sure you know where you're going to buy them from. Make sure that they're going to get transferred to you on a timely manner. Do all the things, because this is the most important part. And the last thing you want to do is at the last minute feel like, I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know where I'm going to stay. And I don't have tickets. Like, that is worst case scenario. Okay. So please, 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 if you don't take anything away from this video, if you don't stay to watch anything else in this video, please heed me on this one. Have your logistics together. Know what your plan is. Know who you're going with. Know when you're going to meet up. Know when you're going to get there. All of the things. I know it sounds crazy. I have an ADHD brain, so those things have to, I have to make sure that I get everything together. Otherwise, my brain just thinks about it constantly. But please, 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 please know what you're going to do. Know how you're going to get there. Know how everything's going to work out so that you're not figuring this out at the last minute. Number two. Please know your venue. Specifically, know how to get in, know where to park, and know what you can bring into the stadium. Period. I'm going to say the know what you can bring into the stadium again, because specifically bags, if you are, trying to figure out, you don't know, hey, please go to your stadium's website. That is the best source of information you could possibly have. Genuinely, right now on my computer, I have the AT&T Stadium website pulled up. I know this is going to be specific to this stadium. Some of you may not be going there, but for my stadium, for the location that I'm going to see them at, I can only bring in a 12 by 6 by 12 bag, a plastic tote bag, or you can bring in like a Ziploc kind of situation bag And you can also have one small wallet, you know, like a little tiny wallet. The website literally says 4.5 by 6.5 wallet. So it's not very big. You can only bring in those specific bags. If you bring in anything bigger than that, they're not going to allow you to bring that in. If you bring in things that they don't allow, like water bottles, you are not going to be able to bring that in. And I'll just go the next step further, is that if your freebies contain anything that the stadium does not allow, you run the risk of not being able to bring those in. And I know that nobody wants to spend all this time, you know, working on freebies that they've taken their time and their money and their effort to put together, and then you're not allowed to bring them in. So do what you need to do. Either make sure you're passing those out before you get in if they do contain something that's not allowed in the stadium, or please take that item out of your freebie bag. I had candy in mine because I really wanted... Sorry, my boyfriend texted me. I had candy in my freebies and I was worried that I was not going to be able to bring those in. So I just took it out and replace it with something else, because I don't want to run the risk of not being able to give out something that I want to give out. So please know what your stadium allows. Please just pull up their website. It's the easiest thing. If you don't know, if you're not for sure on something that's on their website, a lot of venues will allow you to call them or email them, or if you live close enough, you can go to the stadium itself and just ask. It's better to just ask and be safe than to show up and then, you know, things don't go the way you want them to go. So please be mindful of what you can bring into your stadium. 3, and this one is, hey, if you don't want to, you don't want to, but please learn your fan chants. They are available now. We got them on Weverse. You know, they listed the official fan chants there, and I will leave a link to that in the description. Please, if you want to, you know, I'm encouraging you to, just so you get the full experience, but learn the fan chants. They're easy. If you're learning the lyrics to the songs, go ahead and just learn the fan chants too. Why not? That way you are an active participant in what's going on around you. You know, you're there for that experience, so why not maximize your experience? And, you know, just make sure that you got all the tools that you need to participate. So I'm gonna learn them, and I highly encourage you to do the same. Don't be lazy. And the last thing, please plan your outfits accordingly. For most of us, it is going to be hot. For me, it is going to be hot. Please know what you can wear in the weather that is going on during your tour stop and in the city that you are going to be going to. Most people, I feel like, are familiar because they live close enough to the area to know what kind of weather it's going to be like. Like I said, I live in Kansas. I'm going to Texas. Texas and Kansas have pretty similar weather, so I already know it's going to be up. You know, early August, it's going to be blistering hot. So 95-degree weather and up. And the venue that I'm going to, it's actually air conditioned, I believe. I haven't been to AT&T Stadium, but it's like dome, so it's like an encapsulated kind of thing. So it's air conditioning, so it might be, and I'll emphasis on it, might be, because there is going to be a lot of people in there. It might be cooler than it is outside, but I am still going to be outside for hours in merch lines, lining up to get into the actual stadium, walking around, you know, handing out freebies, whatever. You are going to be outside for at least some period of time. So please know what the weather is like. My situation is, it's hot, but maybe for you, you know, especially you guys like going later into the year, end of August, beginning of September, the weather may start to cool down a little bit. So even though maybe it's going to be a little chilly that day, maybe you want to bring a jacket or something like that. So please know that ahead of time so that you are dressed accordingly and you are not miserable. And also, not just the weather, again, you are going to be on your feet for at least a couple hours, so please wear shoes that you can tolerate, or slip in some shoes in your bag. You know, they make those little fold up ballet flats. Put those in the bag so that, you know, your feet start hurting or something like that, you can take the shoes off, or you can wear those until you're ready to go in the venue, then put your real shoes on. I've been there before. I know sometimes, you know, the shoes that you want to wear aren't the most comfortable. So I might slip in a little, you know, pair of foldable ballet flats so that if my feet do hurt, I have an exit route that I can use to move along with my day. That's it. Those are the main things that I want to touch on, because I feel like at this point you probably should have those done, or you should be working on them. If you haven't, this is your sign to do that. Next week, I will go into depth about what I'm gonna pack in my bag, what kind of bag I'm getting specifically, how I'm gonna arrange that, you know, and things like that. So if you need, like, if you're thinking like, man, I just don't know what I should put in my bag, what kind of things should I include, I will do a video on that next week so that you know. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Short, sweet, to the point. I'm just here to be that bestie to tell you to get your shit together, because it is time to go see BTS. Subscribe, and I'm happy to walk you through it. We will figure this out together. And I'm happy to be that person that you can go to ask questions about it. So comment your questions, comment where you're going. Are you prepared? Are you not prepared? Are you behind? Did this video put your butt into gear? Either way, guys, thank you so much for clicking on today's video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.